Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and once again, from behind, Celtic go on to take all 3 points today in their Scottish Premiership match. We remain 9 points clear at the top of the table. It's just another enjoyable experience with Ange Postecoglou's unbeatable Celtic. Right now, that's what we are. We're unbeatable, and it doesn't matter how many obstacles you might put in our way, we seem to overcome them. I can't stop smiling about that. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. It'd be much appreciated. Yeah, we're back for another match reaction, and the last match reaction for a couple of weeks, sadly. Honestly, no idea what we're going to talk about in the next couple of weeks, probably. It's going to be tough. I hate international breaks. We all know that by now. If you've watched me long enough, you know I'm not a fan of the international scene, really. But we'll get through it. It's obviously weird because it's been constant from the end of the World Cup to now. It's just been football, Celtic here, Celtic there. It's just been getting kind of fun and exciting at this point. We're nearly at the title party stage, and then it's getting ripped away from us for a couple of weeks, which is a shame, but we'll get through it together, and we'll try our best to have as much content on here as possible to get us all through the international break. But today, Celtic once again, what is that, the third time in the last 5 or 6 games that Celtic have went a goal behind and still managed to make it look oh so easy. Pardon the pun, oh so easy. Yes, get it? Because scored. My dinner literally just came there. Just been delivered just as I've started this video. So we're going to try and rifle through this quick. The kebab's down the stair. I can smell it. I want it. But oh so easy. From a goal behind, once again, Celtic get the job done. And what was a tricky task for us today, I thought Hibs actually started the game pretty well. And obviously they took the lead through that penalty. It was always going to be a big ask for us. And you know, we're missing a key player in Aaron Moy today, who I thought would have been brilliant in today's game. And I thought we kind of missed him in the middle of the park. Because throughout the first half, as I was saying to my mates at the game, I thought in the middle of the park we were probably a little bit, I don't know, we didn't look as good. We didn't look that same way we're normally well drilled in the midfield, I thought, and that wasn't helped by Rio Hatate going off injury. Touch wood, with an injury, touch wood, it's nothing serious, but I just thought that we lacked a little bit in the middle of the park today, and maybe that was what we just looked slower. I mean, kind of inch or two off it, I thought. And that made it harder for us to kind of find a rhythm moving forward in that first half. So yeah, it was a tricky game, and we obviously had to do a lot to get back into it once we went a goal behind. The red card obviously helping us as well. Hibs went down to 10 men. Let's get one thing out of the way, and let's talk about it now, because I know it's going to be the massive talking points of today's game. And I don't really want to spend an awful lot of time dwelling on it, because I'm fed up this season of talking about referees and VAR, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. But today, the referee had an absolute stinker on both sides. Look, I'm going to go from this as fair an angle as possible. You know what I mean? I'm going to be fair about it. I'm going to talk about it level-headed, neutral as possible. The referee just had an overall stinker today. I thought he had a very, very slim grasp of the understanding of rules in football. I just thought he had no control over the game. Things just looked out of his own hands. It was a terrible performance from the referee from start to finish on both sides of the fence, both for Celtic and for Hibs today. The red card that Hibs got, I know it's a second yellow and that's why he's been sent off, but I can understand Lee Johnson's frustrations with that red card today. I think that he's incredibly unlucky to be sent off. Yes, he kicks Cameron Carter-Vickers in the head, or it comes close to kicking him in the head anyway, and that's dangerous. But the way if that happened to a Celtic player, I'd be raging. Let's be honest, we all would be. Cameron Carter-Vickers goes down low for the header. Johan, or however you pronounce his name, my apologies, he's going for the ball, he's going for a legitimate play on the ball, and you know, it's not as if it's a high foot, you know, because Vickers goes down very, very low to try and win the ball. It's very accidental, quite obviously, and I think it's quite harsh to see him get sent off, I must admit, and I know a lot of people might not agree with me on that, but as I said, I'm going to try and be fair about it, and and Lee Johnson called out the referees after the game, and to be honest, Lee Johnson was spot on. Everything he said about the officials in general, the officials today, I don't think there's much you could fault in what Lee Johnson said about today's refereeing. And I think that was harsh. Aside from that, on Celtic's point of view, some terrible decisions. The time wasting on David Marshall's side wasn't even spoke over with the referees, that he was getting away with murder, the time waste in general from Hibs. And just as I said, I thought he had a very poor understanding of the rules today, and he just had a very slim grasp of the control that was going on, the referee should have in the game. And it was annoying. It was frustrating as the game went on. Obviously, Celtic were behind. It just got more and more frustrating. And in the first half, that really played to Hibs' advantage, I thought. And obviously, we went in half-time being a goal behind. We had to change things up. And we had to find that goal from somewhere. And we had to find ourselves back in the game. And the players who I thought didn't perform particularly well in the first half, I thought they were a lot better in the second half. I think that we seen a wake-up of a performance from Jota. I thought he was brilliant in the second half, whereas first, pretty underwhelming. But the whole team was underwhelming. We made good changes, and for me, the big man, we've got to talk about him today. I thought that today he was brilliant. I thought he came on and he really gave us a different dynamic. He obviously found that second goal for us. And I thought we started playing to his strengths with him on the park, and it was almost like we were trying to do that in the first half, but without him on the park, because once again, we had a lot of, Jota was sending balls in the box, Maya was sending balls in the box, players were trying to do things that I think would have suited but he wasn't there, his presence wasn't there in that first half, and when he came on in the second half, it made it all so much easier for us, and I thought he was brilliant, I really did. I enjoyed seeing him get his goal, I enjoyed watching him all together, I thought he had a good performance, as I've said, and I think it was a real key part in helping us dig that win out this afternoon. And you know, we left it late, 10 minutes to the end to find that winning goal. I'm just glad that we've not let the margin slip from being that 9 points, because we've won this league. I'm confident of that. I really am, and I'm not scared to say it at this point. But you don't want to see the gap narrow. You don't want to give Rangers that kind of, even that illusion of opportunity. I don't want that to happen. So I think was brilliant. I thought that Jota woke up a lot in the second half, and big credit to David Turnbull as well, who picked up 2 assists in the second half. I thought he, came on in a difficult situation with Hatate going off, and we know how good he is, and we know how vital he is to the system, but I thought he came on, and especially in the second half, I thought he did quite good. So yeah, we really got that wake-up call, I think, when we finally got our goal. We realised, right, okay, the game is in our hands now. I think the momentum sort of switched, and from the kind of, it wasn't like we were tired, but we just didn't look as up for it in the first half. And second half, I feel like we lost all of that. We were the far better team over the 90 minutes. We more than deserved the 3 points. But it took its time, obviously, to come through. Haksabanovic, again, with a fantastic goal this afternoon. He's just, I love him. I'm ready to break down in tears. He's just such a quality player. I know last week he got that opportunity to start the game and he didn't really take it as well as what I think we would all hope for. But it just shows you how good he is. I mean, we had 35 shots today, by the way. 35. They had 3. If we didn't win, I would have been raging. But Haxa was brilliant again, and he's just showing the quality that we have coming off of that bench. And when someone does drop off injured, we can do things that other teams can't. Haxa's fantastic. Quality player. And I put this on Twitter. It's probably just because how much I love him and the personal connection that I feel with him. But when he scores a goal, I get the same feeling in me that when Musa used to score goals. Musa was my king, my hero, everything about him. I loved him, I looked up to him. And I get that same feeling with Haksabanovic every time he scores a goal. I just absolutely adore him. But he was brilliant. He obviously played a big part in us getting the 3 points all wrapped up to this afternoon. But yeah, second half I thought we looked a lot better and we got the job done, which is the main thing. So yeah, Joe Hart once again not saving a penalty. I love Joe, but my God. When will we ever see Joe Hart save a penalty? But yeah, fantastic stuff. Absolutely love that we get another 3 points today from behind. You know, it just shows the character in this team. And it's crazy because even when we go behind, I just knew we'd win the game. You know, there's no doubt in my mind. It speaks volumes of how good this team actually is and what we've got right now, because I don't doubt us for a second. Yeah, and I thought, you know what, I've not even touched on it, but the second half, the change of system, I thought it was good, because when we made the subs, I was like, oh, right, okay, and Kyogo are going to be playing at the same time, and we made a few subs. I was like, I wonder how this is going to work, and I thought, well, brilliant, and it just shows how much we can expand as a team and do different things. We're not one-dimensional, we know that, but the things that we can do to change it up, brilliant. Unbelievable. On that note, the manager's comments today, he said there was a fair bit going on the whole game and we couldn't really get into any sort of rhythm or flow. In the first half, losing Rio as well as further disruption, and we couldn't impose ourselves. After half-time, the lads cleared their heads and understood what we needed to do, trying to make it about the football and do what we've been doing all season. They got their rewards. That indeed we did. We got our rewards. We got the 3 points. Into the international break now. We come back stronger and we wrap up this league title. That is that. Anyway, my kebab's smelling a hoose out. I'm ready to go and eat it. Right, enjoy. I know it's the quickest, so most blunt match reaction I've done in a long time, but aye. So this will be up late tonight because I'm going to go eat. Cheerio.